Hello and welcome
Hello.
to Vocabaret. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Hello. Great.
All right, welcome to our show. This is a variety show for people who love words. We love words. We hope you do too. My name is Jerzy, and let me introduce my other four co-hosts by jumping right in to a way that we're going to start the show, a little segment that we like to call... All right, so this is news of the word. This is news about words and words about news. Each one of the five of us has picked something that we want to bring in and discuss with the group. So first, I'm going to throw it over to Sam Corbin. Hi, Sam Corbin. How are you? And what is your news of the word?
I'm doing good. My cat is blissfully quiet, and I'm knocking on wood that will be the true remainder of tonight's show. My news of the word is a word you've probably heard tossed around a bunch in the last month. It's chuggy. Cheugy. I want to ask, what does everyone think that should be pronounced like?
Chuggy.
Chuggy?
Shayuggy.
Oh, you think it's softer.
I think it should be like the word Kyuga.
Chuggy. I don't know. Maybe that's a French in me. Anyway, the point is, chuggy is a word that was like the coinage is maybe obscure. It's like a girl shared it on TikTok, said she coined it back in high school, but the Urban Dictionary, definition has been around for like who knows how long. But chuggy means like uncool or like misguidedly uncool. But there are so many words that already mean that. It infuriated me to see this. And I wanted to bring it in as my news of the word because it was like, so we've talked a lot about how language kind of adapts. It's like an archive, a living archive of use, and that the dictionary is not this kind of be all end all of like what are words. But chuggy is an example of a word that was created not to fill any specific need. There are already words that say the thing that it is. It's chuggy. The word chuggy is chuggy. It's misguidedly uncool. It does not do anything helpful. And I just think that it should be cast into the sea.
So your news of the word is like a word that you wish weren't in the news, basically.
Yeah.
Like this shouldn't be. It's a resentful news of the word.
Yeah, it's not news. Yeah.
News of the weren't.
News of the wish it weren't.
Basically, every generation will reinvent basic.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
And
basically, yeah.
Did we come up with like in our generation, basic is already probably responding to another word like square.
Like lame.
Hodad. Fake surfer. Call back to an old show. That's right. All right. So let's hear from Nikolai. Nikolai, what is your news of the word this month?
I think mine was free speech.
Yeah, it is free speech.
Because Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy / one of the Trumpiest people on earth, has started a free speech social media network wherein you will be banned, or at least your post will be blocked if you use the Lord's name in vain, or if you use the C word, the N word, or the F word. So, of course, all four of those are equally harmful and disgusting, as using the Lord's name in vain, as we all know. And that's great free speech. It's so free.
That's my favorite version of free speech, is where you can't say things.
Yeah.
God.
It's very emblematic of like the freedom culture, but it's like, no.
Well, as our founding pillow fathers put into the Constitution, that always use your pillows for good, not evil.
What is My Pillow again?
I think it's just a shitty pillow, right? Like a mass market pillow that was popular, made by a former crackhead. That
maybe the My Pillow reputation has outpaced the product it was originally supposed to be. So I have no idea what it is.
Oh, totally.
Is it like a down alternative?
Yeah, it's an up pillow.
What's its appeal?
It's a down alt right.
Yeah, there it was. I was trying to reboot it in my head.
All right. Let's hear from Allie Spear. Allie, what's your news of the word?
My news of the word is the word flapdoodle. There we go. This is a word that means nonsense. and it's Jerzy. Have you to share my screen? Or do I have to do a thing again, or is that
you want
already?
to do that? Let's do it.
Oh, it's not queued. I don't understand StreamYard. It's not there. Oh, there it is. Oh, you have it.
On the screen.
Great. Yeah. Okay. So the context through which I was introduced to the word flapdoodle was through a one of too many newsletters I subscribe to, but one in particular that focuses on business and venture capitalists and startups. I don't know how I ended up on this listserv, but a lot of the things that I've given my email address to over the years have been somewhat aspirational. I think just having money to theoretically invest in things. But this newsletter called out this venture capitalist, Josh Wolf, who founded a company that's based in New York called Lux Capital, for tweeting about an investment that he found questionable, which was Sanctuary. So it's a New York app that you can see here, that offers on-demand astrology, tarot, and psychic readings. And his criticism was that this is a shameful investment. He said, no doubt there's demand, but this isn't peddling entertainment. It's encouraging slippery slope, snake oil, flapdoodle. Because his personal stance is that astrology is dangerous as a sort of accepted science. The question is, can I conjugate flapdoodle? Flapdoodled, flapdoodling, they flap diddlied, maybe is also a possibility, I think. The opportunities are limitless with flapdoodle, I think. I was telling Sam in advance of the show that the particular context in which this tweet appeared might be controversial based on our respective stances towards astrology, but I personally fall in the camp that it is maybe a little bit of flapdoodlery, but if people believe in it, and there are other things like I don't know, organized religion maybe that also serve some of the same functions for some that astrology does, and so there's the demand for it. Who am I to judge who puts their money where? That's my stance. This could be a larger conversation about where we would invest our funds if we wanted to, or it can just be about the word flapdoodle itself.
Well flap done.
Well flap done, exactly.
Oh, it's a noun.
I know it's a noun, not a verb.
It's a noun, not a verb.
That doesn't mean we can't take a conjugal visit and conjugate it. It's been a little time.
Two flapdoodle versus some flapdoodle.
That is the question.
Later in a context that is yet to be revealed.
Oh, that it is, and you did not reveal it just now.
That's right.
Wow.
Tim Donnelly, what's your news of the word?
My news of the word is what I've been thinking about a lot during the pandemic, which is the word plosive, which is a linguistic term talking about consonants that are made by completely blocking the airflow as it leaves the body. So you kind of get an extra little oomph with it. And so plosive words are things like sounds like purse, bell, done, kite, cone, queen. It's like kind of you get a little extra, you block the airflow and then it kind of comes out. And I've been thinking about this a lot because we have our first in-person show coming back next month on June 10th, which you can buy tickets to right now and watch on a stream even if you don't live in New York. And we were talking about what kind of capacity to have, and I was like, wow, we can't be like us like spittling all over the audience. We're gonna have to watch our plosive words as we are up there. But I think the CDC just said today that plosive is legal again.
Yeah, plosive is legal.
Yeah,
plosive indoors, vaccinated. Yeah, you could pee anywhere you want. Exactly.
Man.
So it's exciting. I just think plosive is a fun thing to say because it's like an onomatopoeia word. Like it's like it you get the meaning from the sound.
You expel a lot
of course it comes from
in order to say it.
But X is not a plosive letter, so figure that out.
Tautological.
Exactly.
That's what autology is. Autologicality, I should say, not ontology. I was thinking of tautology. It's when the word represents the characteristic it describes.
Thank you. Also a callback.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna pass this quiz?
I love it.
Vocabaret quiz.
I've been studying for the test. When's it again?
All right, so I'll do my news of the word here. My news of the word is a word ear nugs that came up in a Twitter thread. So this is a callback to our last show and this issue that I just won't let go, which is why don't we have a better word for podcast? Because iPods don't exist anymore and there should be a better word. And we tried to come up with some as a competition in the last show. I don't think we've solved it, including from our VIP high-end podcaster guest, Sean Ramaswamy, who said radio, and honestly, I think pissed us all off with that choice. So I was really upset that like maybe the professional podcast class isn't interested in talking about changing the word. But then I saw this tweet thread from Justin McElroy. I'll share it briefly here. Another professional podcaster, and he basically says, "Yeah, we need to come up with a new word for it, and why don't we look at some options?" And then he realized, oh, I'm going to have to come up with some options because I raised this issue, and he came up with Herios, Audiologs, ear nugs, netcasting. We got internet radio on demand from William Butler Yeat, cast potting, dilly dallying, codcast.
William Butler Yeat is good.
That's a good name, and William Butler Yeat seems to kind of agree with Sean there. Zoomcasts, I guess, if we want to go back to defunct technology. Poo-poo-peeing, yeah, that could be one. Pontificating, sound soup. I don't think we've solved it yet. So,
did you put poo-poo-peeing? Was that the contribution?
That was not me. No, that was some other internet person that likes to write poo-poo-pee-pee. So there's still something out there. I did like the idea of radio on demand, and then it would be ROD, so you could call it rod or rodcasting. So it'd be a little bit easier maybe to figure out, but it's still a current issue and one that desperately needs to be solved. I am still accepting applications for new words for podcasts. Gon likes ear nugs. I mean,
do you just not like plosive sounds first? That's why you'd rather do rodcasting than podcasting?
I think it just has nothing to do with the pod anymore, and it's a little bit of a corny word for something that's eclipsed the thing that it was named after.
We considered that the media form itself could be erased.
Just get rid of podcasts altogether?
Oh. Name it.
Wow.
I mean, as a white guy in my 30s, I don't know what I would do if we got rid of podcasts.
Yeah.
I also don't know what Jerzy would do if you got rid of podcasts.
So that was news of the word, and we can dive right into the kind of thick of the show here. So every month we have a theme for the stream, Dream Team, and this month it is our final, as Tim alluded to, our final remote streaming show. This is the last, in talking about how do we talk about our shows that are online and our podcasts and things. It's difficult to get the language precise because it's not our first live show because this show's live. It's not our last streaming show because our shows with an audience are going to be streaming, but it is our final remote streaming show where we're streaming from our houses. Our next show is going to be at Caveat. We're going to be in front of an audience and also streaming online for all of you that are not in New York City. But what we decided to do for this month is make the theme basically a place to share segments and ideas from previous shows that either didn't make the cut, they were too similar to something somebody else did, they didn't fit our theme, or they were otherwise a little too hot for the stream.
That's hot.
How does the direction work?
I'm burning.
Yeah, you really got the worst of that.
Good thing I'm wearing my protective goggles.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've each got a segment that we didn't really have to run by everybody else and pitch. We just got to do whatever we wanted and whatever was on our mind. And then we also have some puns and things to share as well. So that's what we're going to do today. And also, as always, we are donating 1/4 of the proceeds or 1/4 of the donations to charity. And the charity we've selected this month is Mutual Aid India, which is a collection of mutual aid organizations that are selecting campaigns for the health crisis as it relates to coronavirus in India that's ongoing, and still folks are having a really rough time. So 25% of all money that's donated to paypal.me/Vocabaret will go to support those causes and support the show as well. So thank you. You can support us. You can support a good show and support good works by donating there. And we're going to start with another segment. That's our pun runs. I have a video for this, and I'm going to play it because I made it. Pun runs. Yeah, okay. So, I just want to watch that for 10 minutes and not,
Yeah, I thought that was going to be longer.
Well, if you like these graphics, Sam, you're in luck, because not only is this just a pun run like we did last month in the Word Championship, but this is a pun run challenge. Hello. It's a pun run challenge. And what the pun run challenge means is that each of the 5 of us secretly gave a pun monologue topic to the other person, one of the other 5 people. And we're each going to share them. So we give a topic or a category, and you have to pun on that word for 1 minute-ish. And first, we're going to hear from Nikolai, because Nikolai, I challenged you, and the topic that I challenged you with is names of Formula One drivers.
Yes, that is the topic, and I'll just go. So I don't have them written out, so you're just gonna, if you know F1, you're gonna enjoy this more than if you don't. Just to know the truth, I haven't seen a lot of Formula One. I'm not a huge fan, Gio, so my knowledge here may depend on Wikipedia more than it appears. And I'm dreading it, but you better vet I'll be never stopping. How's my mic sound? Should I hit the button to make it louder? I sent some pork to one of our audience members who I forgot was vegan, so I'm sorry about the ham melting. Whenever I check my unsolicited DMs, I see a ghastly amount of bot ass. When you wear things on your feet when you stroll? Haha, I don't. I'm more of a Schumacher. A lot of people like that cheeky Corden or that goofy Fallon, but I prefer that Rye Conan. When I'm in Scotland, I like to Graham Hill, especially when they're covered in sterling moss. But when I'm photoshopping it later, I like to fill Hill with red to make it a demon hill. And all this I do at Scott speed without my kid, aka Sans Jr., because I don't want pedophiles on the hunt to take a pick at Junior, or even worse, to grab him. So,
wow.
Let me check Leclerc. Oh, I'm running out of time. Thank you.
Wow.
That was fantastic.
Those were probably great.
Yeah, you could have made all those up. It's also a very funny oral experience to hear the way you're reflecting things that I have no idea what they are.
The inflection I have to signal that there are names in there.
Yeah.
Yes, that was helpful.
Good job, Barry.
As a Formula One fan, I thought it was fantastic, Nikolai. I thought Kimi Räikkönen was particularly good. You got some juniors in there. You got a lot of the generational kind of
there are a lot of
nepotism.
juniors.
Yeah, a lot of sons. It's funny, if your father raced and grew up in Monaco and you have a lot of money, you have a tendency to race and grow up in Monaco as well.
Yeah.
So relatable.
They go around really fast. It's really fun.
You got to Monaco all the time.
So maybe I challenged you with that just for myself, for my own edification. But
I want to get into F1. I feel like I love cars, but it's just sports, you know.
Yeah, well, it's the Netflix series is pretty good. We don't get me started, but the series is good.
Huh?
I've never watched Formula One racing. Does anyone trick out a Subaru or a Honda Civic, add an external motor to go faster?
I think you're thinking of the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Okay.
Which is, even though it's very long, you could still watch all of those in less than time than you have to spend watching F1, which is kind of why I don't watch F1 or sports.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you, Nikolai, for that first pun run challenge. We're going to see 4 more of these during the show. We're going to see a lot more of that graphic too.
All
right, I hear the honking. We're going to get moving.
Come on.
So now we're going to move on to the segments that we prepared. We're going to present them in a chill way, these segments. So we're going to see the first of our pun-rated casual segs.
Yes.
There it is.
Thank you,
Very
Tim,
good.
for that title.
Oh,
Speaking of
thank
Tim,
you.
that is who we're going to hear from
Very nice.
first. Tim Donnelly, give us your casual seg.
Okay, this is an outtake from the music show from a couple months ago, and the reason it is too hot for stream is because it's based on extremely dubious internet information that I could not verify. So we're just going to pretend that it's real for this. And the segment is called Genus Genius. If you want to throw that slide up, Jerzy. Yep. And so what I'm going to do is I found a site that lists the most common words used by genre of music in lyrics excluding common ones like the and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and all those things. And so I'm going to show you some of them, and you're going to guess which music genre it is. And I just got a couple of them, and then there's some twists in it. And I need a buzz-in word, so give me a Formula One driver's name.
Verstappen.
What was it?
Verstappen.
Verstappen is the buzz-in word. Okay, so tell me what genre of music this is that these words come from. I hope you can see this. I'll read them. It is oh, down, never, feel, yeah, away, life, heart, gonna, right, and night. Do we want to take a guess at which?
Emo.
Yes, Jerzy.
Blues.
Blues is not correct.
Verstappen.
Nikolai.
R&B.
R&B is not correct. One more guess.
What's the word again?
Oh, down, never, feel, yeah, away, life,
No.
heart.
What I have to say to
Oh,
call
Verstappen.
Verstappen. Is it emo?
It is not emo. It is just good old country.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Here's the full list. Love being number one, which it is in a lot of genres. Heart, is in there. Away. There's always a truck being taken away in a country song. Okay,
What's
next one.
Babby.
I will say, I really
It's
thought
supposed to be Baby.
it was the name of lyrics. I was
Irish country.
bopping along.
Okay, here we go.
Anyway, please continue.
Next one. What genre is this? Okay, these are the top words. Some of them. Life, never, die, I, world, love, soul, night, mind, let, pain.
Verstappen.
That is Sam.
Punk.
It is not punk.
Verstappen.
Nikolai.
Emo?
It is not emo.
Verstappen.
Jerzy.
Like Christian rock.
It's close. That is heavy metal.
Same thing.
I took out some of the more obvious ones here, like soul, burn, pain, world lived through.
I feel like
Okay.
Life Never Die could be its own band name.
Right, yeah. I would love to see like an actual breakdown of this because I do not trust this thing or like what also they qualify as heavy metal. That's a whole other show. Okay, one more of this. What music genre is this one? This one is got, yeah, down, shit, man, fuck, yeah, never wanna keep.
Verstappen.
Sam.
Ska.
It's not ska. I wish ska was in here. Other guesses?
I mean, wait.
Nope.
Yeah.
Quick, anyone want to guess?
Verstappen.
Jerzy.
Classical music.
It is very close. It is rap music.
I was gonna.
I took out a bunch of the other ones in
I
here.
feel like that's the only genre that like lets you get away with fuck, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah, bitch is in here. Sorry to my mom in the other room. Okay, all right. Let's switch it up a little bit. Okay, what music genre uses these words the least? This is someone did this and found out which words are used the least in this music genre. Sam.
Instrumental classical.
That is technically correct, but they talk a lot about chairman in that actually. First chair, second chair,
Verstappen.
Is that Allie?
Also rap.
No. According to this chart, no. One more guess.
Okay. I haven't heard the word administrative in many rap songs.
I'm
You'd be
not
surprised.
Verstappen.
Or any.
Nikolai.
Pop?
No. It is, once again, heavy metal.
Damn.
Okay, now one more thing to switch it up a little bit. This is broken down by decade. So now each of these is the most commonly used words in a decade of music. So would anyone like to take a guess at them at number one? Just take a guess at anyone want to try to guess them all.
Verstappen for number one.
Sam.
50s.
50s is correct.
Yes, I got one.
Nice. Very good.
Verstappen.
Christmas, big in the 50s.
Verstappen
Allie.
for number 3, I'm gonna say the aughts. Or
gonna say
the
what?
90s if we're not doing, I was going to say like the aughts, like the first 10 years of the 21st century, but I don't know.
The first 90s and the 2000s is correct.
Great.
Very good. Good job, guys. Okay, three more.
Verstappen.
Nick.
2, I'm going to say the 30s.
I think that is correct.
Okay.
It's close enough. I think it's the 40s, but I'll give it to you.
Verstappen.
No, sorry, it's the 20s. It's the 20s. Number 2 is the 20s. I'll give it to you. Jersey.
I'll go number 4 is the 80s.
80s is correct. And number 5.
Is
The
that Verstappen?
Allie.
Hold on. I'm trying to. Did we do the 50s? Is the 50s?
We did the 50s.
Okay. Let's go.
Think
70s
polka.
because of Boogie. Oh.
70s?
Polka?
No, it's not the 70s.
Yeah, polka's not. I don't know. Polka, I thought was like
90s.
an outlier.
No. It is the
Polka.
2010s. 2010s.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. It's the 40s.
Okay.
There we go. That's it. That's my segment. That's Genius.
That was great.
Too hot for the show because it was kind of a mess.
That was pretty good. What did you end up doing in the music show? What was your segment?
I did the best puns in hip hop.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course. That was very good.
Much better than this.
But that was a good one. That was a good pitch.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Sam, do we have any PayPal action?
I just sat there with my mouth open instead of because I was anticipating, so everyone got to see the inside of my mouth. Yes, we do have donations. Thank you very much to Amy Sales, Strudel Games. That's a teaser. Shauna Corbin, Gan Patel, and Mark Spear for getting us started with donations. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right. So let's move on to our next pun run. Oh, and actually, Sam, we can leave you up there because it is time for a pun run challenge that was given to Sam Corbin. Who challenged Sam?
Well, I did. I originally gave Sam the challenge of ways to get kicked out of a public park, which she said was gave away too many of her plans for the summer. So instead, I gave her Notorious Scam Corbin.
Wow. All right. Scam Corbin. Here we go.
All right, here we
Pun
go.
run.
I want to talk to you about notorious scams. Some say scam is a dirty word, but I say that's an old canard invented by some canardist. And I say there are no scams that aren't worth talking about. And I delve into a defense of them here, even if it draws fire. First of all, did you know scams are also called confidence tricks? This isn't just me fishing for something nice to say. In fact, it's neither me nor my cat fishing. And I'm not saying this because I'm secretly a scammer and this is an insider tirading. It really is hard. And if you can pull one off, it's a fine way to pay all of your bills. Look, I'm gullible. I am a lemming when it comes to following things that seem good, but that's why I can appreciate clever trickery. A scam? Sure, if that's what you call a way to get ahead. Now, if you pyramid schemes in society that seem innocent, you will find worse deception out there than scams. Take the NYPD. I do not believe the operation of our city blues actually protects us.
Wow.
Credit scores. I am a Ponzi scheme to get me into debt, but I implore you to respect the hustle of the humble scammers out there. They really show us what they're made of. Thank you.
That was
Nicely done.
What a grift to us all.
I am way excited about what you just did there.
Wait, Amway? What?
Amway's a scam.
Amway.
Scam it.
I don't want to fight about this now, Sam. I'm not going
Amway.
to join, and I wish you all the best of luck in your upwardly mobile sales career.
Thank you.
That was fantastic and a good challenge from Tim.
Yeah, very good.
All right, so now we're going to hear from Allie for our next casual seg. Let's take a look at that great
Casual
graphic
seg.
again.
There we go.
Yes. Again, something that's just a little bit too hot for the script.
Oh, baby.
Ooh, so hot.
I'm still overheated from the last time. Come on. Okay, so my little shtick here is not so much a discarded segment that didn't make it into a past show. It was just something very silly that I submitted of all places as part of a job application. That the job description said that we want someone who wears many hats. But they also said that they like someone who, it was for a copywriting role. They were looking for someone who appreciates wordplay, emphasis on the puns, and someone who could play many roles in a collaborative environment and wear many hats. And so, being the person that I am, I made a slideshow that I called, well, I'll just show you. I guess I can share a screen. I realized I didn't make a title card for this presentation. When I included it as part of my job application, this PDF fit within, a portfolio of work samples. But for now, there's gonna be an image right off the bat.
As Allie pulls this up, I feel like there should definitely be a hat on this stream right now that isn't present.
Yeah,
Corbin.
that's also
Very good point.
I did want to mention and I forgot to. Yeah. What's that?
Nothing.
I just feel like Sam should be wearing the Vocabaret right now.
Well,
I'll go get it.
Oh well, yeah, I think in honor, Sam. I think for this segment in particular,
not do the segment yet. Can y'all talk about something while I go get it then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. I did. Jerzy, can you see that I've tried to share something with you, right?
Yes, I see it ready to go. Yeah, is that slides? Oh, that's your PDF. Yeah, okay. We'll wait.
Yeah, it's just the images. They're very silly. But
so, well, I'm going to vamp by saying that Samantha Corbin paid me for the Vocabaret, that the whole thing last month was rigged. I saw a hefty payday. It was the greatest scheme of all. And I just want to confess that while she's off the stream right now. I feel so much better.
She hit it in the vault. I think the audience deserves to see this.
Sam's going to get the hat. Just, she's got to go downstairs and come back.
Oh, we've just kidded.
Here she comes.
Yeah. Okay.
She's arranging herself in front of the camera, so I'm keeping it. No, Sam, we don't see you yet. I'll reveal you.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Oh wow, it looks good on you. Here we go.
Oh no!
Okay.
There it is.
I didn't have a mirror.
Wait, I thought you.
Yeah,
you were posing like you were ready for me to.
It looks so cute. And
our word champion, Sam Corbin.
Okay, what did you say? You said I paid you for the Vocabaret. I heard.
Yeah, you paid me to win. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's great. I feel like maybe I should have asked to borrow it for this presentation, but it's not my fault.
It was nearly yours, very nearly.
Next year. So yeah, the thing I'm just gonna show you, very silly. It was a presentation that I entitled Hats Amore, and it was a collection of me wearing a bunch of hats, some of which came from previous shows of ours. On the left there, that's a hat made of newspaper. On the right is a screenshot from a broadcast of an earlier Vocabaret from a friend who regularly tunes in. Ariel, if you're watching now, thank you for providing fodder for this segment and for my job application. Then we had other hats. This is I didn't rehearse this, and maybe I should have in retrospect, but it's just every hat in my wardrobe. But also photos in which I'm not doing anything. I mean, I guess I've never done anything illicit in a hat. Anything that was friendly for a professional context. I've since sold the hat on the left. That one was a vintage chapeau of feathers. And then we got a baseball hat. That one appears on a dating profile. Also, then there's some hats in dressing rooms, because what better place to? I wasn't even trying anything on the left. I don't know. I think I just wanted a quiet place while I was waiting for a train that I was early for. It was very silly. And I find it necessary to say I did not get this job, which is part of my application. It was for a company which shall go unnamed for
Quick question.
the remainder of the show. Yeah.
What company was it?
It was Mouth. Mouth was the company, mouth.com. I thought they're concerned with the parts of the body. I thought a hat on the head would appeal, but it didn't. And then I wanted to open this up when I wanted this to be part of a broader conversation of just like, has this sort of thing ever worked for anyone in a jobby context here, where you like really leaned into your punny sensibilities, and it's been well received. I think or not
well received.
Like
No,
poorly received. Yeah, maybe I want
received. I don't even know if they got it.
Begrudgingly.
But, yeah, as far as I know, this application never made it past whoever would have been the like first set of eyes in HR.
I did I got the Punderdome applause, the clapometer, by submitting a pun application, like a pun-addled application back when it was like email app at gmail.com, which is an interesting name for an email. But
Yep.
it worked really well. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I've had it creep into my life. I was at the faculty lounge at the university I work at a few years ago, and someone came up to me that I did not know and said, "Are you the pun guy? Are you the guy that does the puns?" Sort of like it was a secret society that we were both involved in, and I responded secretly because I didn't want my colleagues to know. Yes, I am the pun guy. And I guess at the bottom of my actor's resume, you have like special skills, and I do put pun stuff at the bottom of there because it's fun to talk about. Yeah.
I've put it on my resume for like 2 years now, and it's never gotten a notice or mention.
Really?
Like special skills, competitive punning.
I put this show as like an extra on my resume, where it's like, here is a thing that shows like, production abilities and like a way I spend my time that's, I don't know, in some way constructive. But I've never listed competitive punning as a skill. That's what the slideshow's for, I guess. But
I will say I recently applied to an application famous for its hot takes, and that application was Slate. And I made my cover letter into a hot take Slate. Like, I think it was like, actually hiring Tim Donnelly is a great idea. And I don't know, but I got no response from it. So
were wise to it, and they were like, yes, this is a hot take that we therefore do not agree with.
Right. They were one step ahead of me. They're always they always zig when you think they're gonna zag.
Damn.
I remember reading a screenplay of Nikolai's once that had some wordplay in it. Do you do that a lot, or is that like you try to keep it infrequent in your?
I don't do it much. I think like certain characters have done it, but no, I don't think I let it into my other profession.
We try to keep it as a creative outlet here, and then
compartmentalize.
I was just thinking about how Ziggy Stardust is David Bowie's alter ego, right?
One of them.
One of them. Does that mean that Ziggy Stardust's alter ego, Zaggy Stardust, is actually just David Bowie? You think about it?
Zaggy Stardust goes the other direction.
Yeah, goes the other direction, back to his ego, back to his regular guy.
I think Zaggy is the Wario version of Ziggy.
Okay.
Would that be like Zaggy Comet? Because of the comet before like it disseminates into.
I don't know. I was thinking about what you said. He always zigs when you think he's gonna zag. I was thinking, well, who's that? Anyway, this is PUNRATED. This is PUNRATED content. This is a premium Patreon.
I can't believe any of this stuff didn't make the other show.
Oh, I want to say, based on Jerzy's earlier tidbit, that I have a phone note of all the times I've been recognized from Punderdome, and I write the stories. And the most recent one was I was in a bathroom during a film shoot. A man is staring at me. I ask him if we know each other, and he says, "You've made me laugh many times."
Wow.
Including right now.
Did you just imply he was talking about Punderdome? Because
no, it then went into that, but that's the best like part of the story. It was that a man in a bathroom told him I've made him laugh many times.
Oh God,
and that's very unsettling.
I think we should keep making our audience laugh with
more segments. Is that your idea? Well, speaking of competitive punning, it's, I believe, time for another pun run challenge. We're going to see this so much today. And it's time for Tim Donnelly to go. Who challenged Tim?
I did.
Nikolai challenged Tim. Nikolai, what did you give Tim as a pun topic?
The topic I gave Tim is topical creams and ointments.
That's very topical.
So topical.
Wordplay in you couldn't resist putting a pun in your pun assignment.
I was told I need to give a topic, and I took about 2 seconds and a very short mental walk to come up with that topic.
Amazing. And Tim, what do we got?
So I really couldn't come up with much on this topic, but I found this old Savage Love advice column letter that I thought I would read, and I thought you guys might find interesting if you don't mind.
Sure.
It starts, Dear Savage Love, I'm having relationship troubles because my girlfriend wants to wear a whipped dessert bikini. That's a top I call cream. I'm not blind, you know. In fact, I see hot people everywhere, men and women, because I'm straight, but I've been gay before. But, you know, my sister is bugging us to have kids. She's got the auntie itch. And sometimes I don't even pay attention to my girlfriend. I just outline pictures of a fish. I'm just basta tracing away. She also hates hydration. I try to hand her a glass of water, and she says, "What even is aqua for?" She doesn't hide her core dis tone about it. In fact, I keep bumbling into her core dis zone. But I feel like she's not even being truthful. So I'm like, "Hello, veracity." She gets mad at me, and I just CBD eyes staring back at me. I think she wishes I looked more like Keanu Reeves from The Matrix. She wants guys like that to just rain down on her and say, "It's Neo's pouring." Can I get some advice? Sincerely, Frank Lotion.
Very good.
I thought that was interesting. I thought I would share it.
It's a great column. Yeah. Oh, do you have the response handy?
Yeah, he said something turfy that I don't want to get into. So
Fair enough. That was great. Neo's pouring.
On the topic of letters written like that, I only realized recently that those signed signatures are just made up by the people answering, so that they can say something clever. You know what I mean? Like, so they can say something like "Dear Lotion," except it would be like clever. You know. What
right? Yeah, it's made up by the columnist. Right.
I never realized that.
It's usually like a
or
fun,
they'll do an acronym.
An acronym, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of scams, I found something weird here. We talk about it. It's another Vocabaret.
Wow.
What?
I don't know what's going on here.
This is the Uncanny Valley version.
This is the Zaggy Stardust version.
Did you buy that on Canal Street?
A fan of the show made it, actually.
Wow. Oh.
Where am I? Hold up.
This might be a
That's
Scooter
fantastic.
Farnsworth original.
Are those real rhinestones?
Yeah,
I
those
think
are
so, yeah.
Swarovski black.
Is there bedazzling on it?
It's bedazzling. No, it's felt work.
Don't do that to the mic.
All right.
I felt
Tim, won't.
good
Jeez.
about
The
that.
felt
Yeah.
work, I guess. Yeah.
Well done.
Anyway,
All right. Well, it's time for their
Okay.
next installment of
The only one who didn't win ahead.
Casual Segs.
Oh, should I read
Another
some
round. Another
Oh yeah, want
round.
to do some of that? Hey, listen.
We've got some donations flowing in, and I wanted
Let's talk.
to
Let's
shout 'em
talk business before we get to the segs. Let's do it.
out. Okay. Thank you to Jared Spear, Ariel Boone, Michael Pilger, Todd Farnsworth, Amanda Jones. Hell yeah. Keep those donations coming.
Woohoo!
This is me and my cat fishing
So cab. Very
donation.
good. Thank you.
All right, so I guess it's time for my segment here, and I got a little slideshow to share as part of it. So let me do that now. Okay, so this is again a reference to last month's show, the word championship, and something I still haven't been able to get over. And oh, I'm not on the right slide. Let me just go back. Okay, so this is a little segment that I like to call "Column Me Maybe," and this is about a formatting choice that I made in our game slides that has haunted me and become an obsession of mine in the last month. So I don't know who remembers this besides me, but this was very traumatizing. This is how I might have formatted it last month. Column Me Maybe, column me maybe. So we had a Spoonerisms game in the last month's show, and this was one of the slides from that show. Take a shower, shake a tower. But of course, as everybody in the show mentioned, and as my brother texted me during the show, it says take a shake, shower, a tower. not
It does.
take a
She's not
shower,
wrong.
shake a
She's not
tower.
wrong.
Yeah. Which then reminded me of a funny thing that happened. Speaking of Formula One racing, I did not intend for it to come back around by giving Nikolai that topic, but this happened last year with the Ferrari, the beloved Ferrari Scuderia, put out this poster before the British Grand Prix to celebrate race week.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Rocky.
Wow.
And it did not go well.
Oh, I
And
hate
it
it.
became a bit of a meme. It got memed on pretty intensely. Right. Just fantastic stuff. So this is a whole category of memes. And then it finished the last 2 GPs ago. The Mercedes team, their rival team, or a much better team than them, did their own version of the poster. So they're keeping it alive, but it basically winking to the funny, putting those words in the 2 columns like that, which is a choice that graphic designers make, and they make it a lot. And then it also reminded me of this this meme format, right? Home or ho meme. Yeah. So I about a week after we did our last show, I stumbled on this great Twitter thread. So the reason this isn't a segment that was in any other show is because it happened last month, and because it's just me wanting to show you all funny memes I saw on a Twitter thread, and you couldn't say no. So now I'm going to show you all of them, and we're going to laugh at more memes on this topic in a great thread. I just thought it was really funny. So I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm also vamping while I switch my screen share thingy.
Can I interject for a sec while you're?
Please do.
There's a bookshop walkable from my apartment whose sign is designed very poorly. IMHO, like in the same way. I feel like Tim, you're probably especially familiar with it too, seeing as you once lived in the same place. But I pulled up an image of their sign, so I could also show that if you're.
I don't know what sign
sure,
you're talking about.
You know exactly which one? Yep.
I don't. No, I don't.
Oh.
Well, here, let me show you. Let me show you some of these. Allie, pull it up while we
Okay.
take a look.
Okay.
All right. So this was the thing that kicked off the whole.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So I believe it's supposed to say she believed she could, so she did, but it doesn't make any kind of sense. And then let me just scroll through. She be so, she leave she, could ed did. Right. This kind of it's really columnization. So what we need to do is we need to anti-columnize these bits of design here.
Columnize.
Decolumnize. Thank you. But then all the great memes about it. Here's another great one. You matter, don't give up, or you don't matter, give up. Who's to say?
Wow.
Right? Just do it, nothing is impossible, or just do nothing, it is impossible. Right. This one just boggles my mind. I guess it's 3 separate things. These are real things you can purchase. Carbonara spaghetti panettone or carspaban began on hereto retine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this one is wild.
Oh no!
It's supposed to say "Let's all be photos of the children." This feels like it might be done intentionally, and I don't know. If it was done intentionally, it's not funny.
Right.
Well, I still laughed, but it looks really in earnest, doesn't it? But the spacing, I think, is suspicious on that one. Okay.
The spacing is.
Looks like it could have been written.
Well, this one's really complicated. I don't know if you can see this one, but she's broken because she believed, and then the lighter words say he's okay because he lied, and then of course the dark letters say "Sprens beef." And this meme format.
What does that even mean? It's okay because
I don't know. Etsy is a deep dark place.
Etsy is a dark place.
Yes. Okay, this is one. No comment on
That's
the.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Really?
These really just depend. I think the way in which you choose to read it depends on what kind of mood the reader is in.
Except for this one, which is kind of brilliant, actually. That's the one I want to end on. It says "Shades by Design" in both ways.
Either way, that's right.
It's like the kerning thing, but leveled up into.
Yeah, it's about like graphic design and kerning. So that's why I thought it was maybe a little bit similar to the thing you did, Sam, in a previous old live show about kerning, but also maybe
imitation.
So yeah, I guess I think I didn't plan it. I had a column me maybe, but I think decolumnization is what we want to call this. And let's stop putting things unnecessarily in columns because we're going to read them left to right.
Yeah.
Allie, do you have that
Yeah.
sign from your?
Yeah, I'll show you very, very quickly here. It's it's this one here. What's the name of this bookshop? Can you see it?
Oh, I see it. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
What is this place?
Unmail.
Unmail maybe books.
Bean books.
Unmail, maybe.
Bean books.
Only maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it is supposed to be unnameable, so it works.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, haha, we got you. Except there's also a sign on the facade of the storefront where it's all written just as a normal word without any attempt to mess with your head or the order in which you process language. So yeah, it is nameable. It's nameable. The place is called Unnameable Books, and they have a terrible logo. It's a great shop. Yeah.
That was my segment. That's it. I think it might be time. I think it might be time for a pun run challenge. Oh,
yes.
Should we watch the video? Should we watch that really short pun run video again? I kind of missed the vibes. Let's do it.
Let's bring it back.
It just feels like the summer I want to have.
Oh,
Is there a Formula One race happening?
there is.
outside
It's
of it?
down in Kingston.
Wow, the Brooklyn Grand Prix. It's a street circuit. All right. So this is Allie's pun run challenge. Who gave Allie this challenge?
Oh, it was me.
Did.
Yeah, I was getting there. I challenge Allie with the topic of punctuation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Allie, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm gonna pull up my cheat sheet here, and I'm gonna ask. Do you mind if I vent about something very specific for a little? Okay, good. I've personally never dined and dashed. Asterisk, I'm just not willing to take. I don't understand why anyone would really, but I used to be friends with this group who did once in a while. They'd wait till the check came and then walk out as though they paid it. They'd ordered a bowl of spaghetti and just think, a pasta free. Like they didn't care at all about the immorality of it. They were just like, lots of people do it. The grease is still on their hands. And I chastise them. I mean, I don't like causing a bracket unnecessarily, but I call out when something isn't right. I said, Punks, you ate. I think this quotation marks when our friendship ended. Like I said it emphatically. They didn't seem to like my exclamation point. They were always like, come on, live a little. I tried to address it on a deeper level too, tell them they were only appealing to their most basic instincts for cheap thrills. This is pure it, I say, choosing to call on or semi-call on the little bit of psych knowledge I had, hoping to underscore the importance of not being anything less than an upstanding citizen. Am I saying I have better morals than someone who's done that? Yeah, maybe I'm insisting I'm greater than that. I felt the same way about cheaters in high school, people who copy, right? I'm just not that kind of person. And I don't have kids of my own yet, but I think I'll feel the same way when I do. Like this will definitely be one of my parents' PSUs. That's all.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like most puns per capita.
How many did
I
you
used
get
a
in there?
lot.
PPC.
I didn't count this time. What I'll tell you. Go, hold on.
I know this isn't a competition this month. I'm just curious. That was a lot. And also your card work was impeccable. I hate doing the cards because I can never get them up in the right rate, but that was really amazing. However you figured out that system. Holy moly.
Yeah.
23. Just like my age.
Nice.
Hey. All right.
All right.
Who's next?
We have Casual Segs next from Sam Corbin.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
I am anticipating that when I move to get the thing that makes up this segment, you're all going to hear a little meow of indignation from my cat who's on my lap. But I want to play. Sorry. Okay. A game that was too hot for the stream.
Oh.
No.
Look at that.
Whoa. Frequent donor
End of the
shooting
show.
games.
Frequent
I thought those
donors
flames were
games.
overwhelming.
The invention of none other than one Barry Corbin. Yes, my dad invented a board game. If you're wondering how I turned out the way I did. And we have never had a chance to play this live. The room is too big, and stream, the room is too small or something. But this is the time to do all kinds of messy stuff that we never did. And it just wouldn't be Vocabaret if we didn't play Strudel one time before we went back to live shows. So we're going to play between the 5 of us. And then I have like one thing at the end. So since this is a group of pun experts, I'm going to go ahead and assume that we are going to use the more complex 7-letter deck, right? Instead of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So for anyone who does not know, most people may not, Strudel is a game of anagrams, and it's normally like played on a board. It's got like a little instruction manual, but the point of the game is to kind of fool your opponents into thinking or that there might be anagrams to words that there may not be anagrams, or as my dad calls them, turnarounds for. So the way that this is going to work is I've got one of these little sleeves, and I'll hold it up, and hopefully it's not, I was forgetting how cameras work.
We've never acknowledged this on the show, but your father did the punch up to the word term anagrams. Came up
Yes.
with a better word, or a new word.
You mean for the name of the game?
No, turnaround.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Good
Turnaround
point.
for anagram. Yeah.
I was going to say I named this game. Anyway.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Okay, so if I were to, for example, show you the word rewards, then you would quickly try to, you can write it down. Yeah, you don't want to call Strudel.
No.
You want to just call out Verstappen. And Allie?
Drawers.
Drawers, yes, but that's not all.
Well, can we see it again?
Redraw.
Yes.
Verstappen.
Draws.
Yeah.
Dropping.
Okay. Yeah.
And then finally, a word I've never heard of, warders, which
Okay.
essentially says rivers. Okay. All right. So we're just going to play a few rounds of this. So let's do it this way. The first person to call Verstappen and get a turnaround accurately can have a chance to finish the card. And if they can't come up with any more in like 5 seconds, I'll do a countdown. Then someone else can steal and get that point. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay, we'll play like five cards. Let's do it.
Are we incorporating the
Yes.
chat in any way here?
Yes.
That's a good question. I will keep an eye on the chat, and if I think that they are getting it faster, then I don't know. The points don't matter. So, and the last thing I'll say is if you think there's no turnaround, you can yell Strudel. And that might mean that the card is blank and that there are no actual anagrams to the word I've shown you, in which case you get a point. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, this one's really hard, but I'll show you the hard one first so that, okay, here we go.
Oh.
Cuspate.
Oh, wow.
Cuspate.
Wow.
To clarify, my dad is not allowed to guess in the chat because he invented the game.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
Strudel.
No.
Get it out of the way.
Anyone? Anyone in the chat?
Oh, Scooter's got it. Scooter's got one.
Scooter got "We Will Win the Beret." Oh, teacups! Yeah, yes, Scooter.
Oh.
It's teacups.
There you go.
That's the only turnaround. Wow, Scooter.
Oh, wow. Okay, great job.
Scooter is in the lead.
Scooter, you will not win the beret, but you can make your own.
I feel like Tim's willing to lend his out, maybe.
All right, here we go.
That one's allowed to be worn by many.
You ready?
Yes.
You can't read. Oh. Is Verstappen?
Yeah,
I don't know if this is a word. Stromae? Is it a word?
that's not a word
Okay.
according to this game.
Okay. I'm gonna Google it. That is a Belgian musician.
Verstappen.
Yeah,
Strudel.
Yes, Tim, it's a strudel. There is no turnaround on this card.
Wow.
Turn you around, but okay. Yeah, you didn't think I'd put a strudel this early in the game, but here we are. All right, I'm trying to. Okay, all right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Demerit.
Ooh.
Verstappen?
Yeah.
Timered? I don't think that's a word, but I think
that's not a word, but you're not far. Would anyone else like to steal?
Determined?
Oh, wait, that's not how it's spelled.
You're close, Nick.
Forgot the word.
What was the word again? Yeah.
This is why this never made it onto the stream. The word was demerit. I'll tell you right now.
Wait, Verstappen.
Yes.
Retimed?
Yes, Tim. All right, I'm going to tell you right now. There are 3 other turnarounds.
Oh my God.
Verstappen. Meredith.
I'm going to give Tim 5 seconds to get.
Oh, sorry.
Another one.
Merited.
Yes.
Merited?
Yes. Okay. There are 2 turnarounds left. You're not supposed to give this away according to the game.
Trimed.
No.
Trimed.
No. The other 2 are very hard.
I don't know.
I will let you have this card. The other 2 words are dimeter and mitered.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like how highbrow this.
Yeah, it's so a little fun fact that maybe I'm not supposed to reveal is that my dad sent this game to Mensa for notes, and they wrote back and said it was too hard. I think that's a brag.
Yeah, too hot for Mensa.
That should be printed on the box. That should be like strudel. The game that's too hot for Mensa.
All right, this one is easier, but this will be our last card. What's that?
There's lighting me on fire.
This will be our last card of this game. Ready?
Go Tim.
Divisor.
Verstappen.
Yes, Jerzy.
Revised.
Yes, that's 1.
It's Verstappen.
All right, it could be a free for all unless Jerzy.
I'm okay with the free for all.
All right, free for all. Nick.
I don't know.
That's more fun.
Nick, go ahead.
Divisor? Is divisor?
Wasn't that the word?
That was the word that we looked at first.
Whatever, man.
Scooter's got it.
That's what happened in my brain.
Jerzy said. Now everyone's saying the word Jerzy already said. There's 2 more.
Show it again. I guess.
Oh, I know one. Verstappen.
Yes.
Diverse.
Diverse. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Finally, the word from which all these others
Revised.
Derived.
Derived.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so then the one last thing, the great thing about strudel is that many words that look like they have that they turn around do not. And that is the kind of cleverness of strudel, is that often when your brain starts making anagrams, you start looking for anagrams where they might not exist. And I will tell you, since the beginning of the show, I have been trying desperately to find an anagram for ear nugs. Doesn't that look like it wants to have an anagram?
Yeah,
it does.
So if anyone can come up with an anagram that is
Verstappen.
Yeah.
The word is "ensugar," to add sugar to something.
Okay.
I would like to ensugar this coffee.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Barry Corbin, do you have an anagram for this word, Dad?
Well, calling it an anagram to his face.
Yeah.
Send it to Mensa.
Yes, send this to Mensa.
I already have a copy.
If you cook a big woolly animal, you get a new sear.
There we go.
All right, I see where this is going.
My copy of Strudel actually appears in my clip in the opening credits of the show.
Wow.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in there, but that's one of them. There's a copy of Strudel in the foreground.
Well, there you go. But yeah, that's Strudel, baby. That's a segment.
All right.
That's awesome.
Great job.
All right.
Love strudel. Can't believe you've never brought it up before, Sam.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Strudel
First
Games.
time I'm hearing of it.
Yeah.
It still has not. It's still lustered. It has not lost its luster.
Correct.
And you may have rustled a few feathers, but
Amen.
I'm still trying to think of an anagram for your next stuff. That's going to haunt me.
You know, it's not. It's. I mean, that's more effective than a true ear nug. You know.
it's time for a pun run challenge. Oh, it's me. It's me. Okay, let me get set up here. So, who gave me this challenge, Allie?
It was me. She says, sitting at her IKEA table.
Yeah, and what it was.
Oh, right. The topic is IKEA furniture, IKEA items. IKEA items is the topic.
Yeah, so that's what I did, and I wouldn't be able to do this without visual help. So I did add a little visual component. Okay, let me just kind of situate myself here. It's been a while since I've written one of these, and because
you didn't do one for the last.
For the last one, no, I got jealous. I think that's the reason we did this segment, because I was jealous I didn't get to do one, and then so we're all doing another one because I wanted to do one. So I made all of you do one. Okay, yeah. So this is like a minute in IKEA between two former lovers. Okay, yeah. Thanks for talking to me. This did not used to be so hard, and I might rush the opening salvo, but I'm still in lop with you, and there's a time a man has to be real about all of his blunders, or go home and feel heart bjorken without a glimmer of hope in his soul, like lots of other boring losers. And I'm not willing, I can't endure, and I can't afford to lose you again. So to be direct, let's solve our problems, get married, and go have a lil home, and let's fix dinner and lil snacks, and spend time knitting and farting and making love. This was the real thing we had. It was no fling, and I'm not a svinga, so take this wedding ring. I miss ya. You are just sweet as puddin', and you're better than every other lover in the great big galaxy, and Ophelia maybe sorta could be holding me in the same regard, so say ditto and we can live again in love. P.S. I've been to the doctor and I'm fully vaxxed.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Let's sell that to IKEA.
Okay.
That was 67. I might have gone over time though.
That reminds me of like most of your winning O. Henry routines, which are all love letters, right?
The ones that go the best. Yeah, I'm always like, hey, take me back and let's get married. That does seem to be the theme of my pun routines.
Segs sells.
Wait. Were those all used uniquely once? Or were
all used uniquely once. There were two different loves. There's the lieuv and the leuv.
Much like an IKEA project. You only use it once.
Yeah. My only note is would have loved the visual accompaniment of the item itself.
I was working on it, but when I had so many, I just went with the names.
That's too much. You already went above and beyond.
I was like, I spent too long on this already, so I'm just going to do that part.
Construct every item in your house.
That's how I feel, incidentally.
I have some of them. I mean, some of them are maybe visible in this. There's a Kallax bookshelf, which everyone has, the like cube bookshelf. And then I have the Norden table right behind me. This white table is an IKEA table as well. So, and there's probably other IKEA things in it. I don't know. Most of those were lamps, strangely. Sam, did we get any other action on the paper?
Not light on the phone.
I'm going to tell you right now. Let me tell you right now, it logged me out. So while you talk, I will be logging in.
Let's talk about our next show real quick.
Oh, yeah. Actually, let's talk about our next show. I have a little preview to share, actually, because I love making these videos. So let's watch a little video about our next show. That's going to be live in person.
I never know that they're coming.
Wow.
That's right. Hosted by Sam Corbin.
Yeah, hosted by me.
My only note here is to implement the 2 different versions of Blub from the IKEA catalog.
I love it.
But
Yeah,
that's
we
how I say it.
I want to
Yeah.
confirm that our SNL style intro will be used at our live show also. Extremely.
Oh yeah, I want to like cut in clips from some of these streams and other lives so we can get more clips of
We have
everybody.
a couple more wonderful donations. I don't know what that was. Please ignore it. I'm not sure if I already said Amanda Jones, but Mary Beth Pritchett and Nancy Zacconi. Thank you so much for donating to everyone who donated tonight. This is great. And now that we're going back to a place where tickets are mandatory, we really enjoyed being able to share something for free with you, but also have so much appreciated your donations. So thank you.
Yeah, so if you want to check out the show, the next show live, you can get in-person tickets, audience tickets at Caveat NYC, or you can get a ticket to the stream.
You can watch us
the same.
in the same room together.
Watch us all in the same room together with a live audience rather than just having awkward pauses after our jokes.
Wait, hold on.
This
my
is
God, hold
actually how the Brady Bunch started.
This is much more difficult than I thought. Okay, wait. Where's my hand? Great. Okay. Kim. Great. What's my left one? Great. Okay. Jersey is not participating at all.
Oh, I see.
That's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Or are we just
Right, yeah.
doing this until people decide to log out?
Thanks
Yeah.
for sticking with us, audience, while we do this.
Well, we got one more
One more.
segment. We have one more.
Oh,
What are we calling them? Casual seg
Thanks.
from one Nikolai.
One more round.
Nikolai, what have you got for us this evening?
I've got a game based on whenever we did capitalism a few months ago. And it's called Zero Sum Game. How do I share this thing? I will do it now.
We did capitalism a few months ago, but we've also been doing it for quite much
whole
longer
damn
before
live.
True.
Mhm.
It is a
I see
game.
it.
Is this working? In which I will give you guys an esoteric economic term that you probably have never heard before. Maybe you have. And you are going to give me a practical definition, like not the economic definition, but just something that makes more sense. And if you want the real definitions, I have them here. So let us begin with allocative efficiency. And you can call in with the Verstappen.
Verstappen.
Jersey.
Wait, I'm giving the real answer or the joke answer?
The joke answer.
Oh, well, I was thinking of the real answer.
You want the real answer? You can give the real answer.
No, allocative efficiency. It's about where you put all of your different fish when you're repopulating them into the water ecosystem.
Exactly.
So it's allocating efficiency. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Capacity utilization.
Verstappen.
Tim.
Capacity utilization is when the hat store has good business, and the caps are selling well.
Yes, it is. That is correct. That's
That's an important economic principle.
actually,
That's not cap.
that's correct.
No cap.
Convexity.
Verstappen.
Sam.
Just how much something like when you're describing how much you've inflated a balloon, you're describing the convexity of it.
That's pretty real.
Oh, is that accurate? All right. Well,
No, the real one
This
is
is
really
this
long. Demand shock.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
This is what I hoped I would experience when I got back on dating apps post-vax. But it's not exactly as planned.
Are you
Not
saying people would demand? Wait. Okay. I think
Yeah,
you're saying-
thought I would be.
Are you saying
I
people are
thought I
going
would
to?
be.
There's two ways I'm thinking of this. Which is one
Yeah,
of which
you
is
know,
that
in
people are going
demand.
to want to be electrocuted erotically. And the other way is the actual definition, which is that demand increases very quickly.
I
that's-
thought I would be just blown away by how in demand I would be.
Demand shock.
No?
yeah,
Demand shock.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Ideally, no electrocution. That's not. Not what I'm looking for in my profile.
I did read that Dan Savage column though.
Diminishing marginal utility. What a fun.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
This is when anytime I write in a notebook and I think that I'm only going to write like left to right, top to bottom, but then I end up like going on the sides too before I turn the page. And I'm in the margins on my notes. Yeah.
That is correct.
That's very good.
We're nailing it. Everyone's getting these right.
Theorem.
Verstappen.
Jerzy gets it.
I'll say that's when Robin Hood shot right into the other arrow and split it in the middle of the bullseye for the ultimate bullseye in the history of the world.
Yeah, that is exactly correct. Autarky.
Oh.
Verstappen.
Tim.
This is a system of government run by people named August.
That is correct. Backward induction.
That's Verstappen.
Alec.
That's like you when a person should have been nominated to like a Hall of Fame, but then someone like attests on their behalf that why they should have been included, and then like the next year they're part of the people let in.
That makes a lot of sense. Or like those Oscars that they give just to people for bad movies because they
award shows,
right?
Yeah, all of it. Mm-hmm.
Anytime
there's like a nominee of any kind, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Big push model.
Verstappen.
Oh.
Sam.
Tim, you take it. It's fine.
This is the economic model that's based on the novel Big Push by Sapphire.
There's an alt definition for that one.
Do you want to give it?
Like ice cream, like push pop. That was originally how it was presented by like the ad man who pitched it. You were like, you got your standard popsicle on a stick, but have you seen this big push model? And then he like screwed it up. And people were like, yeah, we gotta make that too. People like interactive ice cream.
This one, Verstappen.
It's very creative. Verstappen. Sam.
This is how British men refer to very good sex after it's happened.
Can I get a reading of that, Sam?
Capital flight.
Getting to enjoy the backwards induction.
I thought the Capital Flight was Parlor users scrubbing their location history after January 6th.
I thought it was just January 7th.
All right, yeah.
Crowding out.
There we go, Barry.
This is Verstappen.
Yeah.
This is the real estate app for crows. That there's a ding whenever there is an apartment available, and the crows crowding out. Crowding. It's crowding out. Actually, is how they say it.
Oh, yeah. The pronunciation is important.
Yeah.
Not attempted murder. Equilibrium price.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
This is the economic principle that states that all libraries must cost the same amount to build.
Equilibrium price.
Equilibrium price.
Equilibrium price.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Leprechaun economics.
Verstappen. Go ahead.
Which one was it? Oh, this is the class that all leprechauns take first semester to learn what to do with their pots of gold.
Okay.
Actually, this phrase should be leprechanomics. You know,
it really should be.
Makes me upset.
It wants to be a portmanteau, yeah.
Thank you for punching that up.
Yeah.
Frictional unemployment.
Oh boy.
Frictional unemployment. Ooh, that's
Verstappen.
Jerzy.
It's when there's no more hand jobs.
That is correct. Housing starts.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
It's literally when they're starting to build housing. Isn't it?
That is correct. That is correct.
Just give me the real definition.
Indifference curve.
Verstappen.
Sam.
When someone gets an erection, even when they're not attracted to somebody.
That is very correct. Market basket.
No.
Oh, for shopping.
Tim.
It's the thing you get when you think you're going to fit all your groceries in it, but you need a cart. You know it.
Yes, I know exactly the thing you're talking about.
All definition, one of my too many New Yorker tips.
Perfect competition.
Verstappen.
Yes, Sally.
This assemblage of 5 people right here for anything related to them.
Hey.
That is correct.
All right.
The last one, I don't know.
Regional science.
No, it wasn't the last one.
There's like 2 more.
Verstappen.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam.
This is what I call religion across America.
It's good.
Shots fired.
Good thinker.
Ooh.
Shrinkflation.
For shopping.
Verstappen.
This is,
Yeah.
When there's no more hand jobs.
Verstappen. This is what happens after the indifference curve has made itself.
Verstappen.
Jerzy.
After the first session, my therapist raises her rates.
And then stagflation. I think this is the last one.
For shopping.
Yeah.
When me and the boys are having too good of a time out and we need to keep it going.
Hey, that's correct.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
I thought so.
That's that game.
All right.
I
Capitalism.
like that theme a lot. I would say that anytime a theme has an esoteric word set, we should play that.
I love that game, like a definitions game. Yeah, we should keep that in the roster. I'll make an intro video for it.
Nice.
We're going to be live.
Intro video.
We can do a dance to it, an intro dance. I guess you can sell videos in a theater. All right. Well, that was the show. That was our last remote streaming show. This has been fun, but we're really excited to get back in front of audiences and still be streaming online to everybody around the country and world who supports us. Thank you to everyone who donated and supported the show, and also Mutual Aid India. Thank
Gabby
you.
O'Connor, thank you for the last minute donation.
Thank you, Gabby. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you
Gabby.
to Max Verstappen. Good luck in the Monaco Grand Prix in a couple weeks. Thank you to everyone who's watched the show live, streaming, in person, online at Caveat, online at Vocabaret. Keep updated on what we're doing, vocabaret.com, our YouTube channel, Caveat NYC. And just thanks so much for everything. It's been really tough, several months, and doing this, and especially being able to connect with all of you has made it really worth it. We're excited to go live again and keep those connections going and keep playing with words for audiences. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you next
Bye.
time.